Wholeness and balanced love, grand day, everybody. It's Marcus Christolight here of Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. Today I am here sitting with a wonderful divine sister here local in Cincinnati, Ohio, Aurora Sky. And she is the one that is the founding creator and the space holder of RebEarth Festival 4.0 coming up this June on the 29th and the 30th. And Aurora,
Yeah.
4.0.
Yeah, this is the fourth one. Each time we level up.
That's right. And I remember actually being there for the first one, and it's been very successful each time, I have to say.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of people that have came and participated, been blessed by different vendors, workshops, the music, and everything else. So coming up, we have Rebirth Fest 4.0. It's going to be the fourth one, and it's going to be in Pleasant Plain, Ohio at the Hope Farm. And my first question to you is, what led you to wanting to create this Rebirth Festival space? And also, what was your life like during that time period?
Wow, that's a loaded question. My life was a little crazy when the first one I did. I was kind of in between housing and different things, but I still, went forward with this because I knew that that's my passion and what I'm here to do. I started by doing like events at my house, and I would always make it themed, and we'd always set an intention, maybe do a releasing ceremony with it, and people loved coming to them. And I was like, well, I just need to go bigger. And that's when Rebirth was created.
Beautiful.
And I've also learned about the rebirth of the planet, and I've also went through my own rebirth. So I was like, that's why I named it that, and how to play with words, because it's really all about the shift of the planet right now and the things that we need to start doing and making changes so that that we can go along with the Earth's transitions this time, which is into a higher state of living and being. So that's what I'm here for, to make it happen.
Absolutely. And I gotta say, you've done a wonderful job so far,
Thank you.
especially with Rebirth being your first adventure into something that large. It's been very beautiful, and I've been blessed to be a part of each one. So for everybody out there that may not know you yet, what is a little bit about yourself and your background when it comes to what you do passionately and serve to the collective?
So I currently work at a spa doing quantum healing hypnosis technique, past life regression, which gets to the root of traumas, past life stuff, ancestral healing, things like that. And what pushed me to get in that was me going through my own transition, where I was like in the darkness completely, and I was like ready to leave this planet. I was like, it's too much. And then something clicked within me that I've got to do the work. I've got to do the inward journey and figure out, why am I feeling this way? And it's been, I'm not finished obviously, but it's been a work in progress, and I've come a long way, and I've helped a lot of people on their healing journey in the past 5-6 years. And I now have a book out about, all the things that I've learned from these sessions, which have helped me in my healing too. Like when they're in hypnosis and the things that come up like really resonate with me. And it's just like you see a new perspective. Like we're all just playing these roles here, like in a movie, right, for our own healing, or people are mirroring back to us what we need healed. So it really changes your life when you start looking at life like that.
Mm-hmm. And you said you have a book. What is that book called?
It's a long one. It's Life Lessons Learned from Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique, and you can find it on Amazon.
Yep, definitely. And we'll have that down in the description for you guys to access, and also show you an image of it as well for everybody out there that could be interested.
And I'll have them at the festival for you to purchase.
And it's really it's very powerful stuff to read, because you're really diving into and you're experiencing, or you're reading about people that are all sorts of walks of life. These are people that are spiritual. These are people that are not spiritual yet. These are people that are just beginning to become spiritual, and they're receiving these professional level holistic practices through Aurora with the QHHT. And I believe QHHT was developed under Dolores Cannon, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, the great
She's a
Dolores
pioneer.
Cannon. Sure, you guys all know a little bit about her. I've heard of her before.
Yeah.
So when you read about that, you're hearing about these experiences that really go into the hypnotic realm. And when you go in the hypnotic realm, you're going into pure subconscious. And when you're going to the pure subconscious, you're also accessing the Akashic records and other fields of energy. And through that, you're able to channel different information and different codes and messages that are able to be brought into this material or physical realm to give us the messages and the insight to various different things. And it could be things such as future timeline probabilities. It could be about past life healing and many other things.
It's quantum.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So RebEarth Fest 4.0 is coming up in the Hope Forum in Pleasant Plain, Ohio. What type of things can people dive into, experience, and be a part of at this festival?
There's going to be workshops all day, Saturday and Sunday, on the garden stage, and you might do some breath work, some meditation, hypnosis even. A little bit of everything is going to be offered there for your healing. That's what it's all about. And then on the main stage will be music and ecstatic dance, so you can dance out anything that you need to release. So it's music for everybody. It's bands during the day and DJs in the evening. And we have an amazing ecstatic dance teacher, which will do some stretching with us and breath work before we dance. And then we'll talk about it afterwards. So it's really connection. And then the vendors, it's all mind, body, spirit vendors only. So you might offer, you're going to be there offering readings, right?
That's right. I will be there. So I'll be vending on the 29th. I will be doing vending for oracle card readings as well as energy clearing. And I also have a wonderful organic reishi coffee that will be set up as well for anybody that could be interested in some coffee of the medicinal grade. And then the next day on Sunday, I will be doing a rising chakra activation with the reishi coffee ceremony at 10 a.m. on the 30th. So if you guys want to be able to participate in any of my spaces of Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, I will be there as well on those days.
And you can camp out overnight. That's the cool part about this one. The past ones have been one day. This one's 2 days. It's on a farm, which has the largest labyrinth in Warren County, which is a pretty cool addition.
Yeah.
But you can just put your tent right next to your car and stay the night. And in the evening, we're going to have fireside singing and playing guitars and a release ceremony and burn.
Fire spinning too, right?
Fire spinning. Yes, I'm going to be one of them.
Man, I tell you what, fire spinning there's something so mystical about it.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you see people come out there with their super dedicated passion to it that have been doing it for 10 years or super long. Yeah. Then they come out with a dragon staff. They're just rolling it off their body.
Or the dart that's being thrown and it comes back to them, and it's how are you not catching fire?
Yeah, man. For anybody out there that's not familiar with flow arts or fire spinning, it's number one, it's a very therapeutic mental practice that allows you to be able to channel energies and channel frustrations and anything else that you're moving through emotionally. And then on top of that, it's also a very spiritual practice as well, as it helps you tap into your intuitive nature and to be able to form different sacred geometrical patterns energetically as well.
We're using both sides of your brain, which doesn't always get activated. So my ideas come to me when I'm flowing. So I'll have a journal nearby and I'll be flowing and the ideas will pop right in because I'm not thinking of anything. I'm literally just in the moment. And that's when Spirit's able to talk to me oh, she's getting out of her own way for once. And that's when the ideas for RebEarth came up during flowing. And
wow.
Yeah.
I love that. And it's also very good for hand-eye coordination too. Really good for that. Because you'll try to spin, both arms together, do different patterns with the arms, but then you also have to correlate the mind with the arms too. it's a really good practice. You guys will enjoy it
I
if you
think
end
it
up
keeps me
coming.
youthful too. Like it lets me bring out my inner child.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun.
Hmm. Yeah, so all these things we'll be doing there. Like this is a place where you can be your authentic self and everybody accepts you as you are and you can play. And this one is superhero themed, so
Oh yeah,
come in a cape or, some kind of galactic superhero outfit. That's totally welcome. I always do a theme, so
yeah. I'm really excited for the superhero one. You know, superheroes have always held a special place in my heart growing up. I always think about like the Marvel movies and things like that, and I always see like the little starseed codes embedded within them all. You know, the messages. I love it.
But the true message here is that we need to be our own hero and our own savior. It's not outside of ourselves. I'll have shirts that say, helping everyone remember oneness, be a hero.
Yeah, I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
hmm And then, is there also? I believe there's going to be like a kids crafting area as well.
Yes. Yeah, the creation station. We're going to have an all new table made that Neil just cut up, at a factory, and we're going to paint it and with sacred geometry stencils. And yeah, you can go there, and I'll have a whole slew of paint. And there's also going to be birdhouses that he's made to work with the kids to make these birdhouses. So
sweet.
that's going to be something that's going to be offered too. Yeah, so get your creativity on at the creation station.
Yeah, so for everybody out there, this is a very, very family-oriented space. There's no drugs and alcohol that is prohibited, and this is really about sobriety, family orientation. So it's open to any ages, children.
13 and under free.
Yep, and 13 and under are free. And it's also really great for the elders as well as any age. And then along with the 13 and under being free, how much are the tickets?
$22 a day, which is pretty good deal because you get to do all the workshops for free with that. $22. Yeah.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
We'll have a food truck with vegan and non-vegan options. Indigenous chef.
Oh, the Indigenous chef.
Yes,
wow.
He's amazing.
I love them. They were at Serpent Mound in Ohio for their event, and yeah, they're wonderful. They really do their thing, and they I really like the way they do it too, because they really value their time, and I know they do this thing where it's like they want to be the only people.
Yeah.
Because of how popular they are and how much demand they have, and that's really wonderful.
But we will have a mocktail bar this time too.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been painting the table for it. It's pretty cool. It's all these tropical colors. There'll be hibiscus, and so far we got on the menu pineapple upside down cake and pina colada. Coming up with some more ideas for some more
Heck
flavors.
yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, me and my family.
And so for everybody that is going to be coming out, what's the number one reason you believe people should come to RebEarth Festival?
Because it's something new that you've probably not experienced. It's going to open your mind. This festival is to expand your mind and soothe your soul. So people tell me that after they leave, they feel like they've released something. They've made a new friend. They played so hard and they hadn't done that in a while. And dance, someone got them to dance. You'll try something new. So,
yeah. And it also, when you come into these type of spaces, you also come into a space where you can very much be open to, or you can receive spiritual guidance. And that could be from one of the vendors, it could be through the workshop, or it could just be from someone that you just connect with walking around. And I know for myself, I've given a few card readings at my vending station at the previous RebEarth festivals, and the people that I would read for, it'd be a wide variety. It's been children that were receiving their first reading ever. It's been older folks and others that are well advanced in readings. And every time I end up just seeing that beautiful shift in their face and their energy field of coming to clarity about their life and where they are and who they are. And sometimes there's just nothing more than that, than to be able to see that and provide that. And that is something that you'll have an abundance of, and as well as different options of how to receive spiritual guidance at RebEarth Fest.
Oh yeah, and you can take some time to go within by yourself, off in the woods. If you live in a place that's, very busy, like this is a place that's very like calm and peaceful and kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's nice too, because the way it's set up for everybody out there is like the main area, which is where all the music and the vending and everything else goes on. And then you go a little bit outside of the main area, and then back in the trees, you have where you can set up the camp. So like Aurora was saying, if you're someone that, you could just be moving through some things, you could be very empathic and sensitive, and it could just be a lot of energy in the moment, you can step out of the main area, go back to your campsite, back in the trees, and just ground with nature and be at peace and just not be bothered by anybody. So it's a really nice balance where you can dive right into community, and then you can also take yourself out of it, recharge, reset, and just spend introspective time, which is super important during your healing process.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's good to have that balance. I know I've attended some of the bigger festivals, and there's definitely not that option, and you can get overstimulated by all the lights and all the people and things. So
Yep.
this will not be a problem there at RebEarth.
Absolutely.
Oh, and we got to mention the ticket sales go directly to Phil Purdy's nonprofit, which is at solutionstoday.com, and all the proceeds go to kids that have lost parents from addiction. Yeah, which is, it really connects with, Phil's life when he lost his son, and I've lost people in my life too to addiction too, and I think it's affected many people. So
yeah,
it's a good cause.
Definitely, especially when you think of the children. And as I get older, I never really thought about it too deeply when I was in my younger days. But as I got older, like really seeing the effect of addiction, and now having this more matured adult mind, just really thinking and feeling and seeing what children would have to be going through to have like really heavily addicted parents. It's a very saddening topic, and it's a lot. And I'm really grateful for Phil putting forth the courage to develop spaces like this, and then for us and you to be able to collaborate and bring positive light and positive energy to that type of environment.
And I have some ideas for the future I'd like to talk to you after this room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's lots of cool things coming for the farm, Hope Farm, which I think is about 15 acres. And he's got a barn, which he's transforming to an art studio, a music studio for the kids.
Yeah. Radio station too, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll have like a slip inside wet, what do you call that thing for the kids? Where there's a hose going with water, so that will be available for them too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow.
Lots to do.
That's right. So is there anything else that you would like to touch on and cover before we hop off here?
I think we've covered everything.
Okay. Well, and as we close out, where can everybody purchase their ticket?
Solutions Today. That's SOULUTIONTODAY.com, and go onto the tickets and scroll down to the RebEarth Fest.
And when you scroll down, you'll have the option of choosing either the 1 day or the overnight camping 2 day. And it's very clear for you guys to see. I'll also be putting it down in the description below, give you guys the direct link. And as you guys see, there's a visual for you guys to see as well.
Well, thank you for interviewing me today, and I hope to see you all there at the festival.
That's right. It was an honor, and thank you for sharing space with me again, Aurora. And that does it for this little short podcast interview. I am Marcus Christolight of Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, and this was Aurora Sky of Healing with Aurora. Wellness and Balanced Love.
Namaste.